I've written that down right now. That one there. That's what we're doing. Bits of fluff and stuff, sorry. Okay. Let's crack on. I think what I'm going to go for, similar a little bit to this, but not, maybe something between that and similar to that one. Put that over there as a bit of reference. Okay, YouTube seems to be... Why is YouTube going all? I'd give up with technology, to be honest. I always find it tricky to know where to go sometimes. Ruben Doodle, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Do something similar. So that's a drawing that I've already done. I don't want to make it exactly like that, but I'm currently uploading all my prints to my shop, and that's one that is available. Like I've basically I've finally set up the shop that I said I was going to do. So all the prints are on the front store, but I've got to basically set up the plan, the price plan. Yeah, it's so fat. I've had to retake a load of pictures for it. It's right faff, isn't it, setting up a shop front, but it's one of those things that needs to be done. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I have done some original works as well. So I did say to myself, I'm not allowed to do any more original pieces until my shop's up. But that's an original piece that I've done. That's a 9x12. And also this one. So I had to take a picture of them in frames. So I don't know how that shows up, but that's what one of them looks like in a frame. They're the two original pieces that I've got. There were 3, but I have sold one. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the very, very last bits of setting up the storefront, so I'll be doing a shout out hopefully this weekend to say, if you would like a print, the prints are £20. Those 2 originals, the star shaped one is 200 and the other one is 300. Luke LLB, welcome in. And thank you for the likes as well. But yeah, they're all the works that I've got up so far. Oh, thank you very much for the likes, Ruben Doodles. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the last few streams have been sort of up and down. I did the sketchbook I just showed you. I did a tour of it on YouTube, but I'm going to try and do like a shorter version of it, like a quick 10-minute version to put up on TikTok, because I've not spread it around anywhere, which I probably should, to be honest. Yeah, because I've got a couple of I've got a few new subs on YouTube for it. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you so much for the likes, Ruben Doodle. 1.6k. Yeah, it's meant out for the For You page, isn't it? People, it shows up more on people's pages and things like that. Lizelle, thank you so much for the likes. Seven people, that's quite a lot for me in TikTok. Thank you all for sticking around. That's not the best line, I'll say that. Yeah, now that the shop is pretty much up and running, or it will be by the weekend, I can actually start working on some new pieces. I was going to crack the scrapbook open. I've got a book that I jot down ideas in, and I was going to try and work on just some sort of more detailed effects, maybe popping it out with 3D a bit more. Let's just see where I can take it. That's not the best line, but... So intricate and infinite patience. I'll be back shortly. No worries, Liz. Thank you so much for stopping by. I just find it a really fun way to draw. I just really enjoy creating structures out of basic shapes. Just the really fun way to draw for me. Mess that up, I'll have to have that as a gap. Squeaky's gone. Oh, I did put one on the last one. Okay. So from right, left, kind of centre left, right, left. I am thinking more on the left this time. Doesn't matter if they're similar. Oh, hi Liz. Thanks for stopping in on YouTube. Yeah, these streams were, I originally started them on YouTube. So way back when I did the first one, in fact, I can show you. Thank you so much for popping in, by the way. So this was the very first one that I did. And that I actually streamed on Twitch. I think the full stream is on my YouTube channel, I think. And the whole point of this stream was sort of in the early days of me starting all of this. One of the regulars in here, none of them are in here surprisingly today, but there's normally a good bunch in the YouTube chat. They just sort of asked about the process because I only do time lapses, or only did time lapses on my YouTube channel. So I thought I'll think up a series to kind of give me an excuse to live stream, and it was just a series where I draw with every single colour that I've got. So like it started off with all the yellows, then it kind of moved to the oranges / browns, whatever you want to call them. That's actually one of my favourite ones, that one. Yeah. Let's get through all the orange ones. That's actually one of my favourites as well, that one. Then we ended up at the sort of reds, pinks. Wow, that I remember doing that one. That was a horrible colour. It was like a pooey, purpley, browny. I don't know. That's like a colour that you get when you mix all of the primary colours you used to do at school. In fact, that one's even worse actually. And then you had a pink one. Moved all the way to the pinks. Some nice colours here. I didn't bother streaming that one because you can barely see it. Such a bizarre colour, like it's so pale you think, what's the point? And then we got through all the pinks into the purples. That's where we are now. Long way to go though. 120 of these. Do you always draw on dot grid? Not always. I started with dot grid because when I have like a plain piece of paper in front of me, like I kind of have like this really super detailed image in my head that I can't, and I want to kind of sprint towards, but I can't get there because excuse me for blowing my nose, hay fever's got me today. Yeah, so like I really struggle to kind of start on a plain bit of paper, and I scaled back the kind of drawings that I did. So I used to draw movie posters digitally, and I struggled with anatomy and stuff, so I scaled it all back, and that's when I started all of this. But it just started off as exercises where I kind of just connect one dot with another dot, then I do another dot, then make a shape, then just expand it outwards. And I just found that I really enjoyed working in that way. I really enjoyed just working with basic shapes and basic lines and using dots and dashes for details and stuff. But more recently, with this series in particular, again, it was just another reason to kind of film another sort of series. It was something different where it was the drawings were a bit more, how can you say, a bit looser. And these just turned out to be my most popular drawings. People really liked these, so I started to scan them and print them. And it was kind of like a few months ago, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try doing these on plain paper now. I'll start trying to up my game and draw more things, but I'll always kind of like have like a dot grid maybe underneath. Like I've got a light box, so I'll kind of use it as a guide, but I have started drawing on plain paper, and I have started drawing more looser drawings now, but I think this kind of drawing will always be like my favourite. Luke LLB, thank you so much for the share on TikTok. Oh, I've knocked the camera there. Uni, what's up? How's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. No, this is Uni Liz. He's one of our regulars. We always get into some cool little chats about movies, games, life in general. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. Yeah. So, like I said, it's taken me a couple of years to kind of get to this. Like, it took me about a year to kind of figure out my style, if you like. But I was just kind of trying new ideas, messing about with sort of what I wanted to draw. Because, like I said, I struggled with anatomy. And I kind of scaled it back to just kind of the basics. And I thought, what do I love to draw? What's my favourite art style? It was graffiti art and pixel art. So I kind of just started drawing sort of around those styles, because that's what I really like to draw. So I just thought, you know, you can get some interesting sort of drawings and structures out of them. But I just draw what I like to draw. I just, you know, you've got to enjoy it. So I thought that's what I'll do. Not so regular as of lately. No, it's all right. It's been kind of on and off on the YouTube chat. No, I don't get to play games as often as I'd like, because I've got parenting and all that to do. Purple. Well, yeah, it says it's purple. Like, as I'm looking at it with the naked eye, it's purple. I've just looked at it through the YouTube stream. It looks more blue. In fact, like looking at it on the paper, it looks a little bit more blue, but it's supposed to be purple. Oob purple, it's called. But yeah, it's just like, these pens are okay. Like, I'm not sponsored by ARTEZA or anything. This was just a random brand that I saw. I think it was 35 quid, and I got 120 of them. Because I just like drawing with. It looks black on TikTok, does it? Yeah, it is quite dark. But it's supposed to be purple. So what? I've got the. Where's the thing here? So here. So this is the box that they came in, and it's that one there. So it looks really kind of dulled and almost like a grey tinge to it. And I noticed when I started drawing some pictures, they didn't all look the same. They looked a bit odd, some of them. So I thought, you know what, this is like I wanted to draw with a certain colour, and then I'd put the colour down and it looked nothing like on the tin. So I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to put all these down on paper to see what they actually look like. And I have got, here it is. Because I thought, right, if I need to go back to it for reference, I'll know what it's supposed to look like. So I actually put them all down on paper. So the one I'm using now is 6.5, was it? 165? So there. Like, yeah, it's quite a dull, but that's the colour what it looks like on paper, and that's the pen top. Oops. I mean, that's, to be honest, that is actually one of the closer ones. Some of them look absolutely nothing like. So yeah, it can be frustrating. Like the one I had trouble. Whoops, the one I had trouble with was this one. Like, you can't see it. So I mean, I streamed that one 187, and that was a rough one. Like, you couldn't really see much. The one underneath it, I think it's 198. Like, you can't see it, and I just thought, there's no way I'm streaming that. I'll just draw it off camera, because I'm going to draw one with every pen. But I thought, I'm not streaming it, that's just a waste of time. But I think all the colours after that are okay. Like this one here, this green one, A209. But that's darker than this one. There's a couple of like neon, sort of greeny yellow colours, but I think they'll be okay just. And I know the greys are okay, because I've used them a few times before. But yeah, it's been an interesting little exercise. Like, it's good to, because I've been doing, I am doing them in order, yeah. It's been a good exercise, because I needed a way to kind of draw consistently. Like, if there was, like, if sometimes, like, my motivation was down, or my, you know, you get a bit of an artist block, because these aren't like, I don't want to say proper pictures, but they're not like serious works. It's just, you know, a bit of a chill out session to chat to people. I think people can see me draw, sort of see the process of how I draw. So, do you know what I mean? It didn't have to be like a serious drawing, but it just keeps me like it just keeps a routine going. So every Monday and Friday, no matter what, just draw something. So that was the whole point behind it. And then I can kind of use the sort of time in between to really sort of plan more intricate pieces, like the neon star that you saw. That was like a more planned out, intricate piece. And like I said, but because the shop's nearly up, I can start working on those kind of pictures again. Like I say, everything. I don't know if I've not picked a name for it yet, but all the storefront is done. It's just kind of doing the finishing bits on it, you know. The frick have I done here? I'm gonna have to do that now, aren't I? For God's sake. But yeah, there's 120 pens. I'm on number 46. But the good thing now is I'm doing 2 a week. So that should cut the rest of the time in half. So what we're on 46. So there's 54. So 74 to go. I'll be doing every Monday and Friday. I'll just be carrying on with this, and I'm going to try and do one on Sunday as well. When I'm not sort of busy. So, you know, 2 to 3 a week. So I should actually get through this. Sort of as quickly as I can. I'll do that. I shall do it there, I think. Yeah, I'll do it there. And just as a little thing as well, because I kind of see these as, like I say, one of my biggest inspirations is pixel art, more specifically sort of sci-fi shoot-'em-up games where they have big sort of ships and buildings in the background. It's the ident of the pen, so I just thought it'd be a cool little thing to incorporate the ident of the pen in every single drawing. So it's like a ship number almost. Space Invaders, but ancient. Yeah, it's just a good way to. What I found is, because like every artist has that struggle with, like creativity. Like they'll get an art block. They'll have moments where they can't really think what to draw, and they can get frustrated. So what I did to stop that happening, or to help fight it, is I've got a scrapbook that I'll just kind of scribble in. So I used to do this every Monday. Yeah, this is it. So my scheduling has kind of changed over the sort of months, but what I would do, so I just kind of this is a scrapbook that I've got. I've already filled one, and I'll just kind of, without thinking, I'll just kind of go here, just kind of do a little thing. Don't know where I'm going with it. Don't know what's going to happen. But it's just getting some pen strokes on the paper and sort of seeing where to go with it. And then a lot of the time I can just pull. I'll just start like that. I'll just draw a line there, draw a line over here, turn it into a square, colour this bit in, and just expand outwards from it. And what I'll do is I'll end up just pulling ideas out of it. And and then I'll try different color combinations. Like I'll write down the number of the color. I think this is when I was practicing some skies and clouds and stuff. If I could incorporate a cloud and a darker background, I think I wanted some sort of neon sort of skyline there. So there I'm practicing. So this is where I had an idea of like train carriages. So like there'd be one carriage, two carriages, then another carriage, and I ended up turning that into one of my time-lapse sketches. So that ended up becoming, if we can find it, so that then ended up becoming that, and that's the full picture of it. So I time-lapsed that one, or I recorded it, edited it down, and the full time-lapse of that is on my channel. So that's what I used to do. I've not done any of these in a little while because I've kind of taken getting prints together a bit more seriously, so I've been kind of focusing on that. But yeah, like all the sort of ideas and stuff will come from here. I'll just draw random shapes, try different color combinations, all sorts of different stuff. I started messing about with insects. I thought I could maybe create insects out of. They're kind of like the shape combinations I'd use. Because I started writing out tutorials for it as well. So yeah, like I'd use, say if I just used squares, like a series of square combinations, I'd try a load of different details. There's all sorts of stuff in here. But yeah, this is where kind of I'll get most of my ideas down. I think there is more detailed. Oh, so that's where, for one of my original pieces, I was practicing clouds, what colour greys to use. That was the detail. So the original one that I've already sold, that's me. I don't know if you can see that actually. That's just me practicing what colours work well. Oh, that was a skull that I drew because I'd like to start drawing skulls again. I think I rubbed that out about 5 times trying to practice how best to do the teeth. But what the idea is, that's going to be a template. The closer the lines are, the darker the area, and then I'll kind of use my sort of details to kind of go and, you know, draw over it and see what I can do. I'm sure there was some other stuff in here. But yeah, this is just basically where I jot a load of stuff down and see where I take it. I think it's the insects are in my other bit. But yeah, that's just kind of where I jot down a load of ideas and then I'll pull them out and put them into actual drawings. So these are some of the drawings that I've done. These are like some of the 4 drawings that I've done. I was originally gonna, oh sorry, these were just originally meant to be time lapses, but then I thought, oh, I could try and print some of these out, but because of the paper, it doesn't. But like the amount of time I'd have to edit it. But yes, these are some of the ones that I've done just based on the ideas that I've. So that's probably the most sort of solid representation of what the kind of drawings I normally do is. So like a space structure with the clouds in the background, that kind of thing. They were the last 4 I've done of these. So I've done 1, 2, that one's okay, but these 2 I'm not entirely happy with. They're a bit meh. So that's really 10 days consecutively is really, really good. Like, sorry for blowing my nose. Flipping hay fever. But I struggled with drawing sort of consecutive. Like I'd have days where, you know, where you can't be bothered, but because I'm such a perfectionist, like I remember college tutors not telling me off, but talking to me about it, saying, you know, you don't have to be like perfect in everything that you draw. And they were talking to me about that. because I'd have like these hyper sort of detailed drawings in my head, and they said like you don't really need to kind of do that. So this kind of helps me. I think I described it in my last stream as, what did I describe it as? Kind of, how did I describe it? It was kind of neat sketching, or neat scrapping. I don't know. It was something like that, where I was able to be like jot down some really scruffy ideas, but be neat at the same time because they were all in this kind of grid pattern. But I can't remember how exactly I described it, but it was like organised. It's not organised chaos, but just organised something or other. But you get the idea. Like, it was just a way of me just being able to kind of rough out some drawings, but still do it in a neat way. I don't know if that's like an OCD thing or what, but and it was just a fun way to kind of relax, like, because I just like drawing and mucking about. It was just a good way to do that and keep up with drawing stuff, you know. Yeah, but pen was a big one for me. Like, I never used to draw in pen ever, because it was that whole thing of like, you'll know this yourself. Like, if you make a mistake, it's done. You can't rub it out. You can't erase it. And I think when I painted digitally, I think maybe that bred some bad habits. Like, I'll show you what I used to draw. I think Uni's seen this already a few times, but oops. So I used to draw if you bear with me. I just hope the camera doesn't flip when I show you. So I used to paint movie posters or movie poster characters. So I used to paint. God, every time I draw this, it gets really hot. So that's what I used to paint. That's a digital painting. I haven't done them for a couple of years now, but I would like to start them again, but maybe a bit more stylistic. Because one of the reasons I stopped doing it was a friend described it was I did one of Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. See if we can find that. Yeah, there it is. So I'd painted this, and he said he scrolled past it thinking it was a painting, which is a lovely compliment, but it kind of stuck in my head because I thought, I don't want my stuff to look like other things. I wanted it to be more stylistic, like it was more my work. So that kind of made me rethink what I wanted to draw. And that's why I started to learn anatomy, to try and... I thought the next logical step would be to try and learn how to draw sort of people, but I wasn't great at it. I really struggled with it, so I just thought, no, I'll go back to basics. But I would like to do it again more stylistically. I would like to have another crack at it because I think it would be fun. But yeah, it's because with digital art, you've got so much room to kind of manipulate the painting. So yeah, that's kind of, it was a bit sort of OCD-ish. But no, they were fun to do, and I would definitely go back to doing them, but it's just other projects have to take priority at the minute. Like I say, getting this shop up and running, and I want this to be the main kind of focus of all my work, so all of this will come first, and then if I get time I'll do other things. Dead Hand, how's it going? Good evening, my friend. Yeah, so this is Dead Hand and Uni. These are two of the regulars. Dead Hand very kindly sent me these, which I still need to really get going with. I think when I get my new sketchbook, basically when I start my new series of this, I think that's when I'll start using these a bit more. I follow Rodgan the artist. I'll have to give him a follow because I'm obsessed with finding new artists. Like any new sort of work or any new artist, when I see the work, I'm like, yeah, I'm all over it. I'd love to see it. So I'll definitely look them up. Like some of my favourite artists are, because I love graffiti art. So Digital Does, Dime. I mean, Banksy's obvious one, but he's more sort of stencil and political art, which is amazing, but it's not the kind of thing I would do. And then comic artists, like there's a guy called Kyle New, so it's NGU. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name, but he's incredible. Alex Ross, who's not one of the most famous comic artists. And the guy who does Stephen Bliss, he's the guy who does all of the Grand Theft Auto art. He's like one of my favourites ever. He's so good. Like that's what I wanted, basically. Like as soon as you saw it, you knew it was his. As soon as you see his work, you're like, yeah, that's Stephen Bliss's work. That. I'll definitely check him out. But yeah, this is the sort of regular. I think I still haven't broken 9. I got 7 on TikTok earlier, in the live stream, but I've still not broken 9 on YouTube yet. It's normally about between 3 and 5, isn't it? You guys with Coob sometimes when he pops in. There's a couple of others that kind of come in every now and again. I've not seen Samantha for a while, but I know she had to. She's got a job a couple of months back, so she's not been around the art scene a lot. But what am I looking for again? That one. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's a really good group that pop up in the YouTube stream. It's really good. Oh, you'll be pleased to know, Dead Hand, the shop is up. Or I should say more specifically, it's done. So everything's been uploaded. It's taken ages because I've had to retake a lot of the pictures because they didn't look right when I uploaded them. The absolute faff of putting in all the details, like the prices. Then you've got to, you can collect them all, like where it's shipping from and all this sort of stuff. It's bloody ball ache. I spent ages trying to look for, there was a deal that was on, I think it was earlier in the year in January. It was like £3 for the first 3 months, but it's not there anymore. So it's only the first month. But yeah, it's more or less done. I just have to basically click act. I've got to pick the plan, enter the credit card details, and then bang, it's done. But it's all ready to go. So it'll be fully finished tonight, and then I'll launch it tomorrow. But it is done. It is rocking and rolling. Because I knew you'd ask me about it, so I thought, right, I'll tell you. Because you'll be like, yes, finally, it's done. Which, as I've said before, you should always keep asking me about stuff to make sure I follow it up. But yeah, the big reveal. Yeah, prints £20. The originals, there's one at 200, one at 300, and I will be next week photographing and editing all of these ones. So these are my little A6 ones. These are the ones that started me off properly on TikTok. So I'll be doing a few of these. I think I'll be doing 5 of these, and yeah, there'll be 4, because you can get 4 of them on 1 bit of paper, so that'll be the first. Well, I've already edited this one, because that's probably my favourite bit of work that I've done. I just like how simple it is. That one will probably go up. That one will definitely go up. Possibly that one. Not sure. But yeah, I just think it's a good. That one will go up because that's actually really nice. Probably this one. That one I like, but the clouds look weird. Like that line there just puts me off. That one will probably go up. That one will go up. Probably that one as well. I need to do more like that. Like these are the ones that look more like cities and buildings and stuff. Cheers, Dad, thank you. Yeah, it's a long time coming, but it's like I say, taking a little bit longer this week again. Like other things in IRL life, in real life, have slowed it down. But I knew as soon as I started it, I'd just get it done. So that was the main thing. That's all I wanted to do, really. Is just start it. But yeah, the regular prints, £20. Those smaller ones, I'll do probably £10. I think that seems okay. Half the size, half the price. That's my thinking behind that. Because I wanted to do things where, like, certain things will be available at every price point. That was kind of what I wanted to do. So there'll be things that are like affordable and, you know, things that are a bit more expensive. Now what are you going to bug me about? I don't know. Starting off the new Black Book series, but it'll be more grey. So I am going to do... Well, it's not going to be series 2 of this, but what's going to replace this... So I did 50 drawings of these. I've done the sketchbook tour. But what's going to replace this now is I'm going to buy a plain paper sketchbook. I'm going to have a dot grid underneath it with a light box underneath it, maybe. But I'm unsure, like, how to do this. Like, if I do it in an actual book or if I do it in a sketchbook where I can tear the pages out and do it that way. I'm unsure. But it's going to be black and grey. That was the idea. So to replace that is what I was going to do. We'll see though. I haven't fully decided yet. Yeah, you can bug me about that. I'll do one of those every month, because Monday was that series, wasn't it? I would actually keep going in that sketchbook with that series, but I do want to sell them as originals as well. So like I could sell an A5 original piece at maybe £100 and then do the prints for 20, like that. Like that seems like something that could be doable. Excuse me, TikTok, whilst I just move you back here. Just need to move you over there so I can start on this side. I don't know, I should ask you guys, what do you think? Do you reckon I should carry on with just black, or maybe add in some grey, maybe do some test drawings, I don't know. But yeah, that's the one reason why I'm thinking of doing it in a sketchbook where you can tear the pages out to basically, so on plain paper one, so there's less editing to do, and also there'll be an original of it. Like I can't sell these original black book prints as originals because they're attached to my sketchbook. I mean, I could sell the book, but I don't want. I don't want to. I like it, so I'm not gonna. So there. I should really do more drawing on this, shouldn't I? Really, I'm chatting bollocks. Yeah, I quite like that, but I was kind of unsure about it, but I wanted to kind of make them pop a little bit more and add more 3D to it and stuff, so that's why I've said grey, but only grey. Gonna love and leave it, maybe see you in Rogden's live soon, and here again. Bye. No worries, Liz. Thank you so much for joining on TikTok and on YouTube, and thank you for subscribing if you have. I don't know if you've subscribed, but if you have, that'd be fantastic. But thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully I'll catch you in the stream soon. Have a good one. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, YouTube's popped off a little bit recently. I've got a few subs. What are we up to now? That'll be 317, is it? Am I on? 318? Very exciting. But I do need to add more more drawings, more time lapses, just to kind of get the numbers up a bit. But like I said, I always said I was going to come back to them. I just wanted to get the shop and everything done first, and then we can do that. Oh, we've got 4 in TikTok. Thank you very much for stopping by in the TikTok. It was at 0 for ages. But thank you all for popping in. Apologies for the shadow on the TikTok. I don't know why it's done that. I can never figure out where the light is. Nice. Lee Stockley, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's basically an idea. I'm kind of copying-ish an idea from an old drawing I did. So that's a drawing that I've done that it's kind of based on. So I'm kind of doing this. But this drawing that I'm doing now, this live stream, it's a series that I started ages ago where I've got a load of pens, and to get all the use out of them, I'm just drawing one with every colour. Like I've got a whole sketchbook full of different colours. So I started off on the yellows. Like I filled this sketchbook here with, I'll say sketchbook, it's more for God's sake, TikTok. Every time you do this to me. So yeah, like I started off with all the yellows and oranges. So these ones that I've done before. Even though I don't like that one, I actually think that one's a bit rubbish. But yeah, these are ones I've done before. So just making my way through. What, we're on 46 is this one? Out of 120, so there's loads to go. If 11, how's it going? Not been able to join lives. I've watched all your videos. Oh, interesting. Has TikTok been a bit of a funny bugger, and did it like ban you or something? There's a few people I know who have been getting ridiculous restrictions and bans for things they don't even know. But honestly, don't worry about it at all. Just the fact that you've gone back and watched them, or the fact that you popped in now and liked the live, it does mean a lot. Thank you. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. So get this right. There's a friend of mine who I play Warzone with, and he got so Warzone's got this. I think I've spoken about this before. They've got this chat AI. So the whole point of it is to try and stamp out hate speech. So it will target certain words, like the F word or the M word that obviously all the kids use. And if it picks up on that word, it will give you a warning and then a ban. And I think your ban lasts for 2 weeks. So my friend, what did he get banned for? Because we don't say those words. So he got banned for something. I think it was like a direct insult to somebody, I think. And he got banned twice, but it was only him. No one else was getting banned. So he was getting really annoyed at it. He then had a ban. The last time he got banned, he used the word. It's a word that you have for a thing. And we thought, really? And like we have little kids shouting all sorts of abuse at us. The ban then got lifted. And he's like, all right, nice one, the ban's lifted. He then didn't even play the game for over a week. He returned to play yesterday. Was it? No, not yesterday, earlier in the week. And he's banned again. And he's like, how can I be banned? I've not even played. So I know it might not be quite exactly the same as your situation, but yeah, just the language and stuff. It's just silly. I love your videos. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I remember I got a warning from TikTok because, so if you're familiar with the lead singer from Lost Prophets called Ian Watkins, he is basically in prison because, what language can I use to not get banned? Basically, it's the most heinous crime you can think of involving children, right? That's why he's in prison. And I won't say it because TikTok's funny, and I called him a name. And I got a warning for bullying and harassment. And I'm thinking, you really should Google this man, TikTok, and then you might rethink that. But I just thought that was funny. I'm getting a warning for bullying and harassing a known criminal. I thought that was quite funny. And the stream got a restriction as well. That particular one for, I think it was like adult themes or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was quite amusing. I do like TikTok, but yeah, I can't make sense of some of the decisions that it makes. I really can't. I'll come back to that side actually. But anyway, I don't think I asked you how your week went, Dead Hand. Have you had a good week? Anything interesting happening at all? Any tall tales? It's been freezing cold all day, and then the one time it starts to actually warm up is when I'm streaming, so it's making my phone a bit warm. Built a table to house. Nice. I wish I had like a space to build Lego. What I want is a cabinet. Like, I want to build it out of Lego. I've thought about this for ages. One to have like, because a friend of mine has done this, where you can get like movie character and stuff made into Lego characters. And I think is it 16? I think it's 4x4, so it'll be 16 of them. And I thought, oh, I'd love to do that. Like, there's a Dread one. I think he's got a Batman one, an Iron Man one, a Joker. I thought, oh, I'd love to do all that. But I thought what I'd like to do is build out of Lego a storage unit for all my pens, because the only ones available that I know of are these. They're all right. Like these, I've got these sort of black mesh ones. They're not too expensive. But I don't know, they're not that big, and it's quite difficult to organise it. So I thought I'd love to build like a proper sort of pen storage unit out of Lego. I think that would be pretty cool. But no, Lego is the best. Like, I love Lego. That's a horrible line, but oh, that's awesome. That's great that you're doing that together. I love that. I want to do that with my son when we're older. Have like a common thing that you're into that you can build stuff together with. Yeah, I love that. That's brilliant. Warhammer 40k. Yeah, I do like Warhammer 40k. I still need to read the books that I've got. Thing is with Warhammer 40k, it is hella expensive. Like, it's so much money. I remember when I was like a teenager, I think the starter packs were 60 quid, were they? I imagine they're a lot more than that now. But yeah, they were really expensive. That line is gash. I think the ones I went for were Ultramarines. I know they're the kind of basic bitch team that you play, but the game itself was maybe a bit too much for me. I was just interested in building and painting armies. I think that's what I wanted to do more. Yes, especially now. Like, I mean, this was so I was 15, so that would have been the year 2000. Like 60 quid in 2000 when you're 15, 14, 15 is, who's paying, like, your parents aren't paying for that, are they? Yeah, it's like it's the kind of hobby that you're all in on, like, it's that hobby and nothing else, really. It's back to the middle. 2.2k likes on the Tick of Talk. Thank you all for liking the stream. Very, very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. My dad had a friend that would... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's a store where I live. It's in a good spot. I always get chatting to... I've not been in there in a while, but last time I was in there, like, the guy who runs the one near where I am is really, really nice, really friendly. Yeah, 100%. It's so expensive. The thing is, Lego's not cheap anymore, is it? Like, it had a massive explosion, didn't it? Like, in the 90s it was big, then went really quiet in the noughties, but then it kind of started collabing with TV shows and Marvel and stuff, and it got massive again. At least drawing you can do cheaply. Relatively. Yeah, true. Do you know one thing that actually scratched the itch for me of, like, you know, building something and or putting something together? Jigsaw puzzles. Like, you can get them for like £5, £10 a pop. But we got a few of them cheap. I got a Rick and Morty jigsaw puzzle for myself one Christmas, and that was good fun. That's just a nice little, I don't want to say time waster, but it's a nice little sort of hobby to do when you fancy doing something different. It's a bad line. They absolutely are, but I think I'm at the age where I don't particularly give a toss. Like, but if something's fun and enjoyable, I'll just do it. I used to have a 3D puzzle of Big Ben. Puzz 3D was the brand. That was really fun to do. It's like knitting. Like, knitting's considered an old people thing, but I bet it's actually really fun to do. Like, my mum knits. I'm surprised Demolition Man didn't make knitting more popular. Watching Sly Stallone knit a sweater for Sandra Bullock and putty in his hands, weren't she? I thought more people might have explored that as a hobby. I remember doing, is it cross stitch? We learned how to do that at school for a bit. Again, that was actually I really enjoyed doing that. Fun little thing, but after I'd done it, I completely forgot. You know, you completely lose the skill, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think my mum started doing a bit. It's a cool little hobby. Oh, that's really cool. She could probably make a decent sort of wedge as a side, like a side, I don't say side hustle, but you know what I mean, like make a few pennies off them. I'm always telling my mum to do that with her knitting stuff, like, you know, you should sell it. You can make a packet out of it. And she's like, oh no, I'm not good enough. And it's like, shut up. I think the one thing she'd struggle with, like if she got one bad customer who was like really awkward or rude to her, I don't think she'd tolerate it. Yeah, she doesn't do well with rude people. Oh, itchy eyeball. Oh. Flipping hay fever. It's whipped my ass this year, hay fever. Yeah, I'll bet. It's the kind of thing where, like, individually they're quite cheap, but it kind of stacks up, doesn't it? Like, if you just keep at it and you kind of start making a name for yourself, you can make a tidy little wedge. Yeah, definitely. It'll be probably where you get it from. Like, I think it skipped my mum and dad. Well, not really my mum, if she knits and stuff, but I get it from my granddad. My granddad used to play banjo, and he drew little comic sketches. My granddad's actually my one link to sort of fame. He played banjo with Billy Connolly way back in the day. I think this was before Billy Connolly got famous. He used to travel around in his band called the Humble Bums. I'm sure it was when they were with the Humble Bums, and they had a party at my nan's house. It's way up in a little town called Brora in Scotland. Yeah, and they jammed together once. My nan's got a recording of it somewhere in her house, apparently. Yeah, my sister thought about reaching out to him a few years ago, but she didn't for some reason. But yeah, this would have been way back in, I think even in the 50s, because it was before he was famous. And yeah, they're like a load of them were at my house, and I think my mum was just a little kid. And there's a picture somewhere of Billy Connolly with my mum in his arms. I don't think like him and my granddad were mates or anything. It was just like a one, you know, they kind of jammed. There was a local pub. It's called the Sutherland Inn. Is it the Sutherland Inn? Sutherland Arms? And they kind of played there, and you know, my granddad invited, because their house is only around the corner, invited them back, you know, had a little get together, and that was it. But yeah, I don't think they were like proper mates or anything. I think it was just like a little jam session they had, and you know, had a few sort of drinks afterwards, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's quieting down a little bit in the chats. It's all good though, it's all good. Seems to be the way, especially on TikTok, like it's very up and down, like you get a load of people in and then it will quieten down. But I've said it like 100 times before, like I know I could, a lot of my posts on TikTok have been reposts of like work that I did last year, because I have been very strict with myself. I've said, no, you're not doing anything new until that shop is done. But like I say, it should be good to go now. Should be good to go. Once sat on Rolf Harris's lap. Yeah. Back in the day when it was all innocent, and then you find out what he is and you're like, God's sake, why did it have to be that celebrity? Not quite on the level of Rolf Harris, but I have seen Lost Prophets live, and I would be lying to myself if I said they weren't good. They were flipping brilliant. At Leeds Festival 2004. Yeah, you just can't believe it. Like, he's the lassie he was in cahoots with was from Donny, where I am. And you think, way to do the city proud, love. Obviously, you can't judge all people from the city in that way, but you know what I mean. But yeah, just vile, isn't it? Vimto. My kids like Vimto. It's a bit too... it's like that and Ribena. They're a bit too syrupy for me. Oh my god, the thing on my chair went. Yeah, they're not bad. Like, I can drink them if they're there, but they're not my favourite. Apple Tango is very, very good. I'm a fan of apple flavoured drinks. That's probably my favourite. Because I'm still a 10-year-old boy at heart, that's why. I still like the old sweet flavoured stuff. Like, case in point, I've had to really hold off chowing these. I got a packet of these yesterday. These sour apple belts, they're amazing. And I had to really hold off chomping the whole bag. Because it would have been disastrous. Oh, just children trapped in adults' bodies. Yeah, grow old, don't grow up. That's the old saying, innit? I'm nearly done with this one. Try something a little different, I think. But I'm not going to do it on all of them, just because I don't want to. something? Oh, I can hear my daughter shuffling about outside. I thought, does she want something? Or what? Yeah, I'm not going to do this little pattern inside all of them because it'll take me flipping forever. Creative Max, how's it going? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you as well for your kind words. Yeah, it's kind of lifted from an early drawing it is, so it's kind of lifted from that. I thought I'd play about with the pattern a bit. I'm not doing that kind of shadow 3D indent pattern in all of the shapes because I don't think my battery will last. Oh, what are we even on? 42, that's actually quite surprising. 43% on this one. My word, that is surprising. I might have been able to do it all, but it's, what is it, 10 past 8? Yeah, just... Sometimes I can be quite lazy with my drawings, like I think. Especially with these ones as well, it doesn't really matter. If this was a proper piece, like an original piece, I'd be proper locked into it. But because it's just a chilled out one. I'm not going to do it for all of it. Oh, I'm just standing up and stretching my legs a little bit. My back flipping heck. That is true, yeah, especially with this phone, this Google Pixel 7. But what I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Whenever I've lowered the screen brightness, like all the way to the very bottom, it does make the battery last longer. Which, I know the screen brightness does affect the battery life, but I thought, I'm sure I used to do that with every time I recorded, but apparently not. And we are approaching 2 hours as well, so... Yeah, it's my back, man. I'm just old as fook. Cheers, Uni. Yeah, like I say, it's an idea that I've kind of lifted from another drawing that I did that I've shown you. That drawing, in fact, this one here, which is kind of what it's lifted from, that was actually inspired by one of Coob's drawings. It's such a cool thing, like the way the inspiration works. Like, he said he took inspiration from one of mine, then he did something different with it. Then I took inspiration from his and tried to do something different with that. It's what it's all about, isn't it? Coob, yeah, Qoob. He's been a regular for... Excuse me, he's been a regular pretty much from the start. One of the first people that joined. He's a really talented artist and musician. He does like dark synth sort of tunes on his YouTube channel. He's really, really good. I highly recommend his work. If you like my work, you'll love his work. Like, his work's really, really good. And he does digital stuff on Procreate as well. He's not been in today, but yeah, his work's great. Yeah, he does occasionally jump into the TikTok one, but he's mainly on YouTube. Oh, but he hasn't been in today. But it's all gravy, because I don't expect people to rotate their lives around my live stream. That would be incredibly self-centered. I mean, it would be nice. You know, chuck us a subscription here and there and all that. That'd be lovely, but can't always be the case, can it? So he has, yes, he does. It's Qoob. I think it's Dakoob on YouTube. It's like a purple, like a purple logo. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty much what all my artwork's based on. It's just trying to make interesting structures and patterns with just basic shapes. See where you go. I just find it a really fun way to draw. That's why I do it. Like, I want it to just enjoy drawing again. Because I think for a little while I struggled to enjoy my artwork, so I thought just actually enjoy drawing. Like, what inspires you, what do you like? Just go and do that. That's exactly what I've done. Yeah, 3D is something I definitely want to incorporate more into my work. I usually get my procrastinations and such things. Yeah. Yeah, definitely check out his YouTube. But yeah, no, it's... Yeah, like I just seem to be in a constant vegetative state of cannot be arsed, like with anything. Like even work sometimes, I'm just like, can I be bothered to do this? Like there was it last Friday? I just noped out of a live. I went, no, I just can't be dealing with it. I think my daughter's watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, if my ears do not deceive me. Not the good one, the shit new Tim Burton one. I say new, 2007, whenever it was made. It's not a good film, is it? It's like it's not the worst, but it's the songs. Like they're just nonsense. I think I remember liking it when it first came out, but I have rewatched it and I'm just like, this is a load of shit, isn't it? This is just a pooey film. Let's have a look at you. I might leave it there, you know. Like, I like the fact that I've kind of dotted about some of the 3D bits. I have to give you a shout. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but recently, like I've just been concentrating on this. It's getting this storefront up that's been like it's just been a ball ache. Like it's ready. I just need to press go, and then I can kind of expand out my work. Like a lot of the stuff you see on TikTok, it's re-uploads of work that I did last year or the year before. Like the only sort of stuff I'm doing at the minute is this, because I'm trying to get all the boring stuff. I thought Wonka's... Oh no, not Wonka, not the newest one. I haven't seen that yet. I wasn't keen on the trailer, but I have heard it's pretty good. I'm on about the... Was it Tim Burton who did it? The one with Johnny Depp, that one. I think it was done in like 2007, was it? Around there, sort of late noughties. I thought it was poorly. Well, it's not the worst film in the world, but it's definitely not one of Tim Burton's best. His best, in my opinion, is Edward Scissorhands. I think that's an absolute belter of a film. Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride are brilliant too. But Edward Scissorhands is my favourite. Abracadabra. Yeah, it's like today's been, yeah, just doing that. Do I want to fill in any more shapes with the 3D bit? I don't think I do. I think I like the balance. I need to start The Expanse. I finished The Orville a couple of weeks ago. I thought it's a brilliant show. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I finished that. So I think The Expanse was one of the next ones on my list. A friend of mine's been telling me I should watch that for ages because it's meant to be brilliant. I am going to leave it there because my eyes are starting to itch my brain out because not had hay fever for a good, what? It was probably 3-4 years. I've not, and when I did have it, it was really mild. But this year, holy hell! Honestly, my eyes feel like somebody's taken a bit of sandpaper and just rubbed them all across my eyes. And because it's kind of got a bit dark and like this kind of ring light here is kind of making me squint a bit, I am going to leave it there because I'm going to start messing up. Cheers, Creative Max. Yeah, I will do. I've got some. I've run out of tablets, annoyingly, but I have got like these eye patch things, and I've got these the sort of wipes that you keep in the fridge, and then you wipe your face, and it's meant to get all the kind of crap off you and help you in that sort of way. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go and chill out, spend the rest of my evening. I'll obviously upload this. I might upload this tomorrow actually because I haven't got the energy today. But yeah, I think I'll press go on the shop tonight, and then I'll announce it tomorrow, or I'll finish up, like just go in once over it again to make sure all the details are right, and then I'll do a video tomorrow because it's a Saturday, so I've got free time to do stuff like that. And then after all that, my reward is I'll finish watching One Punch Man with my boy because we love that show. But I'm going to jump off. Thank you everyone who came in and viewed the stream. Everyone on TikTok, Creative Max, thank you so much for your support as always. And the crew in the YouTube, Dead Hand, Uni and Liz as well. Welcome into the YouTube chat. Thank you so much for joining. Next live on maybe Sunday to do another one of these. Again, am I busy Sunday? I think we might be out Sunday, so no, I doubt I'll be doing one Sunday. But definitely, I'll be back Monday with another one of these. And next week, hopefully, I should be starting some more drawings. So, yeah. To all of you, have a very, 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 very good weekend. Thank you again for joining, and I'll catch you later. Have a good one.